What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Sean E Avery here with the next lesson in the Children's Book Council Make Your Own Storybook competition. Now, the last lesson was all about character development and character design. And I touched on it briefly. I showed you how I went about illustrating my warthog character, Charles with Oinkington, using reference photos and simplifying the shapes and creating a cartoon warthog. Now, I want to do one more lesson on character development because it is so important that your characters are the best that they can be. Characters, I believe, are the heart and soul of any story, and if they don't look great, if they aren't amazing and interesting, then the story just kind of falls a little bit flat, unfortunately. So I want to show you some human characters now. I spoke obviously about animal characters, and I just grabbed a quick selection of books, and I'm just going to be looking at little boy characters. So this is Tim, Ted and the Pirates by Ian Wybrow and illustrated by Russell Ato. So kind of really simplified shape, this one. This is The Curious Garden by Peter Brown. A little bit, I guess, a little bit more detailed. You can see the character's actually got a neck and sort of more articulated fingers. Back to another really simple design for a little boy. This is Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. This guy, one of my favorite author-illustrators of all time. Very simple. This little boy here, Floyd, he's kind of got a bit of a balloon head and very simple stick leg. Aaron Blavey again, Pig the Pug author. This is his character Noah Drury. Noah is a little boy who complains so much that his head falls off his body. And this is a story by local author Meg McKinlay, illustrated by local illustrator Carl Hugh Odgers. And these guys are sort of even more stylized, and they've got kind of these long gangly legs. So my point I'm trying to make by showing you all of these characters, all of these little boys here, is that you can take your art direction in so many different ways that it's sometimes hard to get started even and to work out what they're going to look like. So I want to show you one of my favorite drawing books of all time. This is How to Think When You Draw with Lorenzo. Lorenzo Etherington, along with his brother, they are just amazing artists. They've worked for creative companies like DreamWorks and all that, the people who made Despicable Me and that. And they've written and illustrated quite a few of their own books too. And they've just got the best advice on how to create characters and how to think when you draw. These books are quite hard to get, though. They were only sort of made in limited print runs. But the really great thing about all of the resources that are in this book is that they are all completely free online. Now, I don't have time to obviously go through the whole thing. I just want to focus on the character development and this one technique that I've found extremely useful called 3-shape characters. Now, it's basically when you divide your character into 3 parts: the head, the torso or the body, and the legs. And you can vary the width and height of those 3 parts and come up with lots and lots of different designs. So you can see Lorenzo's used the example here of robots. Some robots have very small heads and long bodies, long legs. So I guess it's all about sort of mixing up the shapes. And when you create a character like this, so you're sort of experimenting and you've found your design, your character has quite a small head, a medium-sized body and really long legs, then you've got that sort of idea in your head that, okay, to make this character consistent, I've got to make sure I get those proportions correct every single time. I'm going to go over to my desk and I'm going to sketch out a few character designs of a little boy just to demonstrate this concept. A link to this tutorial is in the description right down below, and you should definitely check out some of the other tutorials too, because they are just the most amazing reference pictures to teach you how to do things like show your characters running, to give your characters expressions, all completely free online. All right, off to my desk. All right, guys, I'm ready to do some 3-shape characters. Now, step number 1, we have to choose 3 shapes, 3 rectangles or squares, and those 3 shapes that you have the choice of them either being short, medium, or tall. After that, you're gonna decide if they're gonna be narrow, medium, or wide, and you're gonna stack them on top of each other. After you've stacked them on top of each other, then you're going to connect those shapes using some curved or angled lines, and then you can sort of create your characters from there. So let's do a few. Let me begin by doing a few shapes. I like to do my sketches in blue pencil. You can also use yellow pencils if you want to. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 character designs here. The first one, it's just a regular square. Of medium height, medium width. Next one, it's quite wide, this one, but it's of a medium height. The next one, it's quite narrow. The first one, you can see it's kind of this mean looking boy. I've given him some curly hair. He's got a really, really big body, tiny little legs, medium head. Let me see what I can do with the next shape. My second guy's got these long kind of bandy legs. He's sort of wearing a suit, got a very, very tiny, wide head that sort of pokes out with his long beaky sort of nose. Let's see what I can do with this next shape. So there you have it, guys. 4 extremely distinct characters. Not so sure how amazing they are, but it's definitely a good start to get you kind of thinking about, how your character might look. And say you did decide that, okay, this tall, gangly dude, I'm gonna use him for something. I wanna keep on drawing him. I want him to be in my story. Well, every time you go to draw him, you know that he comes in 3 parts. You know that he's got quite a wide, short head. You know that he's got quite a long, narrow torso. And you know that he's got these wide, bendy, bowed out sort of legs. So you can draw those 3 shapes every single time before you draw that character, and you'll make sure that he stays consistent throughout the entire story. Again, links to the 3 shape characters is in the description down below. I'll also put some links to some other really cool drawing tutorials for characters. So if you want to do a little bit of extra reading, feel free to do so. And guys, just a quick Google search. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of amazing artists out there who've just got tons and tons of content out to teach you how to create your own characters and how to draw them. So do a little bit of your own research too. All right, homework time. Make sure you've got your characters all sorted out. Maybe draw them in a few different positions. Make sure you really, really like them before you commit to drawing them for an entire book. Obviously, make sure that you're reading every single day, and illustrators, make sure you're drawing every day, and I will see you guys next time.